General KJ Singh, that even though the Khalistanis, and I've got family, friends in Canada, they say, okay, these fringe Khalistanis are in minority, and yet because it's such a vocal, aggressive minority, the others from the majority don't speak up, which is why the terrorists, the assassins of Indira Gandhi are being celebrated on the streets of Brampton. What should we do?
Rahul, firstly, thank you for having me on your show, and Jai Hind to your viewers. The problem is that Sikhs by nature tend to punch much above their weight as a community, being industrious, visible, voluble. Now here, the large segment of people who live in Canada are very sensible and sane people. My brother lives in Canada. They do their own things, and he's a doctor. They do their wonderful thing. They are accepted in society. But now the small minority, closeted in a town like Brampton, which is fast becoming a silly kind of a town, where these elements have taken hold of entire narrative, have hijacked the thing. And see, what is sad is, if you look at the Colin Bloom report, review which came out, though it was applied in United Kingdom, in England, but that report very clearly mentions that these fringe and extremist elements have to be taken care of. So if you are rearing these snakes and these pythons in your backyard in Brampton, be very prepared to face them in coming future. After all, very recently, there was a person known as Amarpal Singh, who was a UN designated fugitive, a kind of a criminal, a sort of a gang lord, and he was shot. So Canada is allowing these elements to hijack the narrative over there, and I compliment our Minister of External Affairs. Setting aside the partisan politics and everything, he has taken up this cause. And see what stupid imagery, Rahul. Here you are showing a helpless woman with her hands raised and her body splattered with all kinds of blood and all this, and you are making tamasha out of it. So this is even Canadians should not accept this savage kind of image.
It's appalling. The fact that Indira Gandhi is being killed and her sari is drenched with blood, laced with bullets, and that's what is now being celebrated. But surely, Shehzad, we need to be able to do something more than just criticize the Canadian government. I mean, there are, like we have, for example, against China, taken stringent measures where you let it be known that this is not acceptable. It just seems to be a verbal censure, no more.
No, Rahul, you're free to feel that way, but I am not at liberty to come and discuss on prime time television what are the various policy options that are there and
but
what
none of them have been exercised.
Well, that is your view. But
Tell
I don't
me
think,
what's been done.
Well, I think that what we need to understand is very clearly that when it comes to whether it is interference into affairs of India or whether it is the rank hypocrisy that Canada displays on certain issues, including the treatment that they give to their own people and then lecture us or lecture other countries about various kinds of rights, or the kind of double standards they adopt at the WTO and countering them because it affects our farmers, or whether it is the cavalier manner in which a very hypocritical stand is taken on radical elements. And let's remember one thing, that there is no good terror and bad terror. I think those things are conveyed in more diplomatic niceties and in various forums in the manner that it should be conveyed. It is not for me to come and sound bombastic on this channel, but yes, we have taken note of this particular instance, and I think that now it is up to the Canadian authorities, and it is the onus is on them for them to ensure that their land or their organizations are not misused by such elements.